Hello, friends. Welcome to another edition of HerStance, where we believe that a different perspective can unlock the true significance of women's contributions to history, and by re-examining their stories, we will inspire and empower today's young leaders and influencers to take a new stance on women's place in society today. Today, we're going way back into Greek mythology and the story of Medusa. Imagine a time when gods ruled the world. Not like presidents or anything, but like actual gods with incredible powers. We're talking Zeus, the king of the gods, throwing thunderbolts, and Poseidon controlling the seas, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom, who figures prominently in Medusa's story. These stories weren't just for entertainment. They helped the ancient Greeks understand the world around them, explain natural phenomena, and even guide their moral compass. Most ancient Greeks believed these stories to be true. And I believe that Medusa's story remains relevant as it reflects modern perceptions of beauty, victim blaming, and a divide among women as to whether and how we should support one another as valued members of society. And what I want to provide here is an opportunity to take a new look at these actors and how these scenarios play out today. Perhaps we can start to change hearts and minds, starting with our own. So, as the Greek myth goes, Medusa was one of 3 Gorgons, monsters, daughters of Phorcys and Keta. And unlike her 2 sisters, Medusa is mortal. She stood out as being both unique and vulnerable, given her mortality. Her beauty was legendary. Poets, storytellers were praising her golden locks and radiant charm. Medusa was a priestess in Athena's temple, Athena being the goddess of wisdom, war, and handicraft. And she had taken a vow of chastity. Her dedication to purity and to her goddess Athena was unwavering. Men from all corners of the world lusted after Medusa, and yet she remained steadfast in her devotion to Athena. Visitors came to the temple often, not just to worship Athena, but actually to catch a glimpse of Medusa's striking appearance. Some even claimed that Medusa's beauty rivaled Athena herself. Well, you might imagine that this made Athena increasingly jealous. Medusa's life took a dark turn when she caught the attention of Poseidon, the god of the sea. Poseidon, who was known for his arrogance and sense of entitlement, became instantly infatuated with Medusa. Despite his divine power, Medusa rejected his advances multiple times. She knew that maintaining her vow of chastity was essential to her position in Athena's temple and as Athena's priestess. However, Poseidon was not accustomed to rejection, and his obsession grew with every refusal. And his desires were fueled not only by lust, but by his ongoing rivalry with Athena. You see, they were in a battle of who should rule Athens. So in his eyes, Medusa was a prize to be claimed, a means to strike at Athena by violating her sacred temple. So walking along the shoreline one afternoon, Medusa encountered Poseidon once again. And sensing the danger, she fled to Athena's temple, seeking protection from the goddess she had served so loyally. Yet that night, no divine intervention came. Poseidon, undeterred by the sanctuary of the temple, assaulted Medusa in the very place she considered a sanctuary. When Athena discovered what had transpired in her temple and that Medusa was pregnant by Poseidon due to this rape, her rage was uncontainable. However, instead of directing her anger at Poseidon, the true perpetrator, she turned on Medusa. Perhaps it was her own jealousy, or perhaps it was the fear of challenging another god, but Athena decided that Medusa would bear the punishment. Athena cursed Medusa, transforming her once beautiful hair into a writhing mass of venomous snakes. The eyes that had once captivated onlookers were now weapons of terror, capable of turning anyone who met their gaze into stone. What had been a source of admiration became a mark of monstrous isolation. Medusa, now cursed, was driven into exile. Her home became a desolate cave where no one dared venture. Her transformation, however, did not grant her peace. Word spread of the monster she had become, and countless warriors sought to claim her head as a trophy, only to meet the same petrifying fate. This myth of Medusa, is it a cautionary tale? A warning about female beauty? Or a chilling reflection of how society punishes and demonizes powerful women? Where is the compassion for Medusa, this mortal woman? We still blame victims today, asking, what was she wearing? Or where was she? And this internalized guilt silences countless women. Medusa sought refuge in the temple, a sacred space, only to be violated. Today, it's her home, her shelter, and still, we fail to protect her. Medusa's loyalty was betrayed. A goddess with a temple dedicated to her possessed such low self-esteem, she cursed her own sister and condemned her to a life of solitude just to bolster her own attraction. Does this sound familiar? The Me Too movement, did it truly change anything? Women fear retaliation, even from the very systems designed to protect them. And why this entitlement when we look at the character of Poseidon? Today, why the constant need to remind men that no means no? The failure to protect women is a systemic issue. The snakes, symbols of resilience. I see isolation, exile. Not just men feared her gaze, but everyone. She became a pariah. We punish beauty, objectify women. The trophy wife, right? A beautiful woman, a prize to be won, like game. Medusa became a trophy, a victim of the hunt. Well, in the end, it was Perseus who was sent out on an ill-fated mission to bring back the head of Medusa. Never expected to return, but return he did because of the help he received from Athena herself and other gods who gave him special, powerful tools. Perseus used the severed head of Medusa to exact revenge on those who sent him off on the mission to begin with. Medusa again became a means to an end, victimized again, and this time giving the ultimate sacrifice, her life. Where is the justice? Where is the compassion for Medusa? Her beauty cursed her forever, and not much seems to have changed today. But we each need to change, and the world will start to change in relation to us. And I think this is where we need to start. And I believe that the foundation here is compassion. I'm asking you, reflect on your own beliefs about women and beauty. Do you support women's advancement? What messages are you conveying to your children about respect and bodily autonomy? When you hear of an assault, your first reaction should be concern for the victim's safety and well-being. Instead of immediate judgment, offer compassion to both the victim and the perpetrator. The perpetrator is likely suffering from their own trauma or misguided beliefs. We must then question how our systems perpetuate harm and work towards restorative and rehabilitative justice to prevent the future occurrences of this. Only then can we dismantle the systems of misogyny that hold us back. I look forward to hearing your comments and joining me for another video on HerStance. Thanks for watching.